So you're the cook, huh?
What do you expect from me? What is it? Perfection, please. Fuck it all, suggestions free. Bitch, I'm reppin' MTP. I've been putting in work. Y'all trying to dig up my dirt. I'm trying to flip my worth. Y'all trying to downplay it, because without saying that I've been out here trying to rid my curse. Straight to the top. Nah, man, it's never gonna stop. Bitch, I'm ahead of my spot. Looking at y'all like, why would I ever get upset if a bitch don't give me my props? I don't need no validation or a hand up. Not an attaboy, not a pot to piss in. Cause I'ma be standing right here for several light years just waiting on my opposition. Look at me go, I'm just rowing the boat and I'm looking behind me, ain't nobody close. Rappers, they cannot compete, and it's funny to me cause y'all acting like nobody knows. Stretching the truth, we'll get in the booth, go drop you a diss, we know that you won't. Acting all hard, you soft and disarming, bitch, just admit it, we know you a hoe. Straight to the lab in my jacket, my pen hits paper, get the casket. Formulate my thoughts, can't grasp it, but I'ma read right through your tactics. Back in 1,000, don't ever count me out, cause I'm ready to get it with whoever wanna come on. Y'all shit is a joke, and now the villain provoked, but you expect me to right my wrongs. Look at them now, they gon' start throwing the towel in hopes that I leave them alone, but ain't did shit for me, so now it's history, and my heart is now colder than stone. So fuck how they feel, fuck what they say, cause I won't let nobody get in my way. Got blood on my diamonds, but I'm still shining, even after you done spit in my face.
I put in work, fuck you mean. Ain't no one doing it like me. Ain't nobody better than us, you gotta level it up. If you want smoke with my team, it's MTP. We run this shit, and y'all gon' get it. Lost respect and it cost your head when I swing that blade and chop your neck. We gon' finish, number one, it's unanimous. Can't stand us, you get smoked like cannabis. We plan for the stuff that you handed us, and you slowed down and we ran with it. Look, I'm man enough to say, Menace gave me the inspiration to levitate above the shit I'm facing. He told me get the step before information. He saved my life when nobody else did, and he's nobody choose to hate while I mutilate anybody who's shooting to prove they big, cause you're losing weight. Look, that's my dog, my ride or die. Even when it's like we're blind to try to find common ground, but we ain't seeing eye to eye. I'm by your side, even if it's my demise. Let's go. Yeah, and shout out to Dragon. You're saying he's bad, but you captain, you mad cause he's got more talent than you ever could fathom. He literally could blow up and go platinum. And Muff, I know I don't give you enough props, but you the real deal. When anybody speaks on my name, even in vain, you bring them swords out and kill Bill. Yeah. And to my girl, she's the reason I'm motivated, and know that patience is my own salvation. My determination will slowly break them. It's MTP. What the fuck you thinking? You better back the fuck up and chill. We ain't never stopping now. It's not an option. And no matter what, we still gon' build. So fuck how you feel. We keep it real.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Menace.
Hola.
Would you like to tell everybody who you are?
Yeah, my
about
name's
yourself?
my name's Menace. I am co-founder of Menacingthreatsproductions, as most of you know. I'm an artist, an engineer, and a live performer, and I'm just a pretty cool cat.
Okay. You're also a husband, a father. You want to get into any of
Oh
that?
yeah. So yeah,
That's-
there's kids and a wife, and life is great. All that good stuff.
I mean, you got to be thankful, right?
Oh, for sure. Life is good.
So you said a live performer, huh?
Absolutely.
How's that feel?
It's fun. It was a little shaky at first, but we're getting in the swing of things, and it's it's going pretty good, honestly.
I seen you got your ride or die. Lady M always on the stage with you.
Oh yeah, dude. She killed it, man. Shout out to her.
Yeah. I like her spirit when she's up there. It's pretty. It's different than what you see on here, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
In
Well,
a
I
good
mean,
way.
when you go to these shows, you gotta show out, dude. You gotta turn up. You gotta get the crowd hype, and you
Oh, yeah.
gotta leave an impact. You want, when you're up on stage, you want people to remember who you are when you leave, right? So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you definitely need to do that. So are you on all platforms?
I am on all platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. You can even type my shit in on Facebook, Instagram. We're all over. We're slowly but surely getting our a lot more of our older stuff uploaded to the platforms too. So
That's awesome. You're
yeah,
growing. That's growth, you know? I
for
mean,
sure, for sure.
from where you started. And how did you start?
God, fuck, like 2008. I thought I was the shit with this Xbox mic and started rapping. Turns out I was actually pretty good. So
You said
um,
Xbox?
yeah, dude, like an actual
Okay.
Xbox mic, like a headset mic.
Okay.
Now, mind you, the music sounded like absolute dog shit. Okay, but we're talking about just the rapping part. It was pretty good. So we started actually doing some shows. We did a few shows in Columbus, Ohio. Um, And then kind of from there, life happened. I got married, had some kids, and took a pretty long break from music. And then I want to say 2020 ish. Yeah, I think it was late 2020. We got a call from KSN one day. He's like, "Yo, I need you to click on this site." I'm like, What is it?" He said, "I sent one of our songs in for a review." I'm like, "Okay." So then we realized that like people on YouTube were doing like music reactions and shit like that. So we got kind of sucked back into music. And man, I'll tell you what, from 2020 just to now, the growth has been phenomenal.
I have seen that. I have witnessed it for a couple years. Um, Now, when you said we performed, who is we?
Me and KSN.
Okay, and who's KSN to you?
He's my little brother, and he's also a co-owner of the group.
Okay. So you have a group, and so who's all involved in this group?
So we got me, KSN, Domir the Dragon, and Drizzle. So that's the four people in MTP.
You ever plan on opening the gate for more?
Uh, Honestly, right now, I don't think I want to add to the group, but I, how do I say? Like, I'd like to build more relationships with people that make music, obviously that make good music for upcoming shows and stuff, and get some collabs out. That way, if one day I'm in, let's say, Kentucky, and X artist has a song with me, we could link up, do it. Or if we go to Indiana and there's somebody out there, just have a kind of like a network of people. So no matter where you are, there's always someone you could reach out to, like, "Hey, could you make the show?" And so yeah, that's something I really want to start doing more of.
A question from the chat. She asked, "Will there be a live performance today?"
Absolutely not.
Hey, Trolling Annie, good to see you. Good to see everybody. I did pin his link up at the top, so y'all go click over and sub up. So who would you say you do this for?
As far as the music and stuff,
Yep.
oh, absolutely for myself. Um, I think that's one of the things that separates me from a lot of different artists is, and this is something I've always told myself: the second that making music is no longer fun and it feels like it's like a job or it's forced, I won't make music anymore. I do it solely because I enjoy making music.
Right. I totally understand that. Totally do. Who are your influences? Like who influenced you the most, youngest to oldest?
Um, Man, there's so many. Obviously, M was a huge, huge, huge influence. Tupac for sure. Seeing some of the shit Tupac did, and the
What
power in his
songs
music still.
what songs would you say that you related to the most of them that got you drawn?
I liked Soldier and I liked Till I Collapse for sure. I mean,
Okay.
with Eminem, I mean, it's damn near every fucking song is a good song. So,
I give you that, yes.
Tupac, I mean, there wasn't really much I relate. I mean, I'm no gangster, I'm nobody that's going out and shooting people and selling crack to kids and stuff. That's not the life I live. But I just like more of the like the deeper, meaningful songs like Dear Mama or Brenda Had a Baby or Life Goes On. So those were songs that I liked from Tupac. Like the heavy gangster shit wasn't really what drew me into him.
Right. Yeah. Um so from your music, what is your inspirations? In your song titles, like, your song in general or an album?
I mean, it just depends. I think it's all situational. Um, there's songs where we just say, "Hey, let's pick up a pen and start writing," and then there's songs where we're actually focusing in on a certain topic. I think the topic songs are definitely for the kids. We do a lot of stuff for the kids. Uh, that's mainly it, really. Though, I mean, I don't think I don't think I could ever get tired of making songs about my kids because those are going to be around forever, right? So that's something that my kids could always have
Oh, for
far
sure.
far past when I'm gone.
Sorry, I was hooking up Fireman. I've seen him
Oh,
over
you're
in
good.
your area, so I wanted to get him taken care
Oh
of.
yeah, fireman's good people. He's cool people.
Okay. So what are your weaknesses when
Mm.
making a song or just coming up with an idea for a song?
I think my biggest weakness is I don't ever think anything's good enough to put out. That's 100% my biggest weakness. I hear something, I'll make something, I'll play it, try to mix it down. I'm like, this just ain't it, dude. And I gotta stop getting to that point because I feel like it's not fair to the followers and the fans because just because I don't like it doesn't mean that they won't.
That's true, or relate to it, or connect with it in just in a certain way in general. I did hear somebody who just recently dropped an album, and they mentioned that in one of their songs. They recorded it, they didn't really want to drop it. It wasn't something they really wanted out there, but they went ahead and did it. I get what you're saying because
Yeah.
that's relatable.
Am I allowed to smoke on here? If not, I'll just keep the camera off.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I
Uh,
didn't know. Some people get weird about it. So
no, you're good. Okay, so do you feel that your characteristics impact your music?
100%. And not always in a positive way either. Um some of these
Okay,
people that are in the chat, they've been around long enough to know that the original idea of Menace was just to be a fucking menace, right? Like it was just to lyrically fuck people up.
yeah,
And I'm trying to get away from that image. And I don't know who's all noticed, but there's a lot of disses that were on my page that they're not there no more. And they never will be back on my page. So
okay. I understand that. I do. What would you say in the negative way it would affect you? Like impact your music?
because I still sometimes in my mindset, I still feel that way. I still want to just, you know,
Hop on the mic and just
yeah,
go at it?
yeah.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
it really is a learning process, like especially in the rap game, because I used to be the guy that if you said my name, I'm responding. But then you start to think about it, and realistically, all you're doing is giving that artist who doesn't deserve that attention or doesn't deserve those views, you're just giving that to them. Because now your
Mhm.
following knows who this motherfucker is, right? They didn't hear of him ever before.
Right. Yeah, it does. It definitely gives them a little bit of clout. I mean, they're benefiting.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta take this from Zeus. This motherfucker's over here called all kinds of ruckus.
It's okay. Hey, Seth. Hammy, good to see you. Victoria, good to see you. Corliss, Skulls, Ghost. Um, Bree, it's always good to see you. Let's see. Fireman, welcome in. Lady M, good to see you. Jeff, everybody that's in here, welcome. Good to see y'all. Um, Golden, you are welcome to drop links to anything that you can think of that will benefit this. Whether it be all of them as a group, drop theirs, merch, links, link out to their music on other platforms. Please feel free to do that.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I was just telling Golden to work.
Yeah, work Golden, you son of a bitch.
If y'all don't know, he is one of their biggest supporters, promoters, and it's been there probably since maybe A1 day one, I guess.
Yeah, Golden's been around fuck ever since I can remember. He actually it's funny, and this is no shade to Blindside, but he actually was
Day two.
which
Okay.
yeah, so he's day two, yeah. But he was doing a lot for Blindsight, and I know he still does, but Blindsight doesn't go live as much, so he's he's stuck around in our community for the long haul.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
he's
the
been
guy. He's
around.
the guy I fire and then rehire the next day, like once a week.
He's the type that will quit but come back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I get it. Thank you, Golden. Just yeah, throughout periodically you can just drop them. I'm gonna play a song if that's okay,
Absolutely.
and then I have a couple things in the chat that I pinned that people were asking. I think there's one or two, but
Sounds good.
uh, anything that's negative, y'all, it's not gonna get a view today. Just putting that out there. All right.
I wake up, get ready, the day gon' be heavy. But hey, if you met me, you know that I'm steady. You know that I'm ruthless, you know that I'm heartless. You know I'm a prick, you know that I'm petty. You know I don't envy, you know I don't care. Now that you're hopelessly poking a bear. And just to be fair, we don't compare, so you have no reason to stop and just stare. I'ma be doing whatever it takes. Know that you're rocking with one of the greats. I don't be rocking with none of you fakes. Hold up, I'm stopping the brakes. About to get crazy, you better hold on. Time has been ticking, it's taking too long. But me, I've been spitting these written so witty and vicious. No way that I'm making it wrong. My wordplay is way too absurd. Y'all fucking with a kid, get kicked to the curb. From the sticks to the birds to the bricks with a bird. Gotta get it in early to get it in first. Y'all fucking with a masochist, you pacifist, a masochist. I make the take and smash you bitch. And I'm laughing at the fact rappers have to have half of my vernac. Man, I smack them quick. Ain't slowing or quitting, cause I'm on a mission. Man, fuck your position. I'm way too inquisitive. None of you bitches are ever gonna get it. So probably best you start minding your business. Y'all ain't ready for the heat I bring. Y'all ain't ready for the smoke I breathe. And on that day when the angels sing, man, that's the day I'm supposed to leave. Yeah. Most of my life, yeah, it's safe to say I've had it hard. But when comparing me to you, we are miles apart. Everything that I do, it comes from the heart. And if you judge me, wait until you see my battle scars. Most of my life, yeah, it's safe to say I've had it hard. But when comparing me to you, we are miles apart. Everything that I do, it comes from the heart. And if you judge me, wait until you see my battle scars. I hid my scars, fought through the pain. Look to the sky, talk to the rain. Through all that though, I will not complain. I walk with pride, y'all walk in shame. Look at me now, I'm in front of the crowd. Mic in my hand and I'm rapping it loud. Kid'll be proud, your daddy's a mountain. Ain't nobody in this bitch tearing us down. I done gave my life now musically. No scripted cuts like a movie scene. My pen craft art therapeutically. Ain't no way in hell you can ruin me. I done killed my hands trying to build my brand, so I will not stand on the hill I can't. Gotta build my chance and feel my stance. I wanna say fuck it, but still I can't. My terms now before I burn down. Better light that candle inside your house. Boy, you better learn to shut the fuck up for them teeth come up missing inside of your mouth. Miss me with that shit, go head fly south. I ain't the type to be living in doubt. I ain't the type to throw in the towel. I mean, riddle me this. I really mean how. I done hid my wounds so my scars don't show. Dealt with shit that y'all don't know. And you wonder why my heart is cold. Maybe it's because the departed souls. I pray to God I can find my way. My sins been washed in blood and sweat. And you ain't keeping pace with me, cause you better believe that I ain't running yet. Most of my life, yeah, it's safe to say I've had it hard. But when comparing me to you, we are miles apart. Everything that I do, it comes from the heart. And if you judge me, wait until you see my battle scars. Most of my life, yeah, it's safe to say I've had it hard. But when comparing me to you, we are miles apart. Everything that I do, it comes from the heart. And if you judge me, wait until you see my battle scars.
That was nice. I
Yeah,
don't think
there's
I've heard
a
that for a while.
there's a remix coming out to that song with a super fire artist. I'm super excited for that to happen.
Okay. That's cool. Good to know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So back to questions. And I know you're getting picked on down in chat, but we'll
I
ignore it.
ain't even fucking reading that shit, dude. To be honest with you.
It's not bad. It's just your wife.
Oh well, that's okay.
Not in a bad way at all. She's defending. Okay, so what's your sound? What would you say your sound is? Like, would you think you sounded like if you had to compare?
I don't know. A lot of people say DMX, which I think is absolutely absurd. I don't know. I really thrive to have my own sound, to be honest with you. Surprisingly, Blindsight said Mike Shinoda, which, not gonna lie, I almost dropped a diss on him for saying that. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, everybody has a sound. Everybody, like, you know that you have a
Yeah,
sound.
but
You know?
but for music especially, like, you want to try to thrive to create your own sound. You want people to hear a song and be like, oh, instantly I know it's this person, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I do. but everybody does have their sound. Which leads me to my next question. What other artists do you think would be on a playlist with your music, whether it be Spotify, YouTube, all platforms?
That's a tough question.
It's a good one, though.
Yeah, that's a good question. I honestly don't know. I've seen a couple,
Let's
like, how they'll like.
hypothetically speak. What would you think? I mean, if you were to put yourself into somebody else's shoes on the outside, who would your playlist consist if you heard your own music from an outsider's view? That's,
Yeah, so definitely like some DMX, some Lupe, uh, Mobb Deep. I mean, we just have such a variety of music. It's really hard to place. We do a lot of storytelling, so I don't know. That's a really, really tough question. Trauma and Michi for sure.
and you can drop their links too. I mean, anybody that, is into music or who he's worked with, drop whatever. Hey Payne. So okay. How do you market yourself?
Honestly, I've learned the best marketing is just being out in it, like going out to these shows, going out to, even if it's not somewhere you're performing, just to go out and network and do some politicking with these other artists. I mean, that's really the best networking there is, and promotion, because if I can get on a song with another person who has, let's say, the same following I have, well, now we've just combined our following, and I think that's the best way to spread your music out to new places.
What, you guys have merch?
Yeah, we do have merch. We quite frequently give away free merch, but that's the wife. She does all the merch and deals with all that stuff. So,
Hey, it's nice to have though, right?
oh, for sure.
Imagine doing it all by yourself.
No, it definitely is nice to have that help.
So let's talk independent versus label.
Oh, well, speaking on the merch also, I know we do have the Teespring site, but we also did buy a press, so we are making our own merch now in-house.
Oh,
So
sweet.
if there's anything you guys that you want that's custom, we can try to figure out a way to make that happen. So
Okay, like tumblers and stuff like that?
yeah.
Okay.
Right now we're doing mostly shirts, but as far as like the design of the shirts, if you guys have something in mind.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So they're up for ideas.
For sure.
Good to know. So independent versus label. You are independent, correct?
100% independent.
And do you want to state why you chose independent?
Well, for one, no one offered a record deal.
Was?
No, I mean, look, I hate when people say, "Oh, the mainstream music is a bad place. It's dirty. It's corrupt." Look, all those things are probably true, right? But at the end of the day, you as the individual with your legal team sat down and signed that fucking contract. There is a lot of good business out in the mainstream that takes place. It's not all bad. So if the money was right and the deal was right, absolutely, I would go mainstream. And anybody who doesn't like that, well, that's just fucking tough titty, kid.
Okay. Okay.
I just that whole, oh, he's 100% independent. Okay, well, that's great. I don't, just because he's independent doesn't make him better than someone who's not. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I got one to play actually, on that topic. Let's get into the next song. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
All right.
Who's doing it like us? Doing it like us. I said, who's doing it like us? Doing it like us. Bitch up. When I put this ink to this page, I'm releasing some rage like a beast in a cage. He can't invade me, so me get up stage. I'm doing this daily, the beats anyways. We can get it on the verse, go and run it back. But first, you should know, ain't no coming back. And I'm coming fast like a bigger jack. Get a bigger bad move, we know what to push that, we don't crack. Everybody trying to take a shot, but they forgot Menace and Threats way too hot. And maybe not to y'all, so they pray we rock. We make the plot, we throw you in the grave, we got get 'em. And I mean it when I sit here and say fuck y'all. Only feeling this way now because y'all been trying to throw me up under the bus stall. So it's time to cut the fucking heads up with a bus saw. KSN start loading the max up, then get in the truck and go with it back up. Cause in a second I'ma start throwing these bags up. We got bodies of these bitches in this pivotal bad luck. Everybody wants smoke till the fire blaze up. Go and try and phase us, y'all are kinda made up. I see y'all gave up, so when I hit the jump a bit I fucking fade up. Fade away. Better respect me or get put in check, G. Cause when I rap ain't no way I do it gently. And for the motherfuckers that still relent me, it don't make sense B to keep pushing against me. I'm locked and I'm loaded, I've chambered around. My mission right now to put your face in the ground. I've silenced my weapon, no making a sound. So death to you pussies and bitches and clowns.
Who's doing it like us? Doing it like us? I said, who's doing it like us? Doing it like us? Nobody, honestly, that's why they gotta cross me, but it's fuck your apologies. Y'all are the topic in gynecology. You pussies, nobody out here combining me. This is astrology. I am a star, but don't shoot for me or I'll bring you to Mars. If you ever planned it, I'm causing you damage like when I was 7 and got hit by a car. This shit wasn't fun. And when I woke up on the pavement, these bitches all said not to run. The fuck I look like with my foot facing backwards out here trying to sprint looking like Forrest Gump. Jenny, here I come. These bitches are stupid. They'll do anything to feel they included. Even dissing us, we ain't even do shit. All that they do in the rap is polluted. This is embarrassing, man. Y'all really thinking you dope, you like smoking oregano. I gotta let them know that if they step into us, then it better come with all the weapons. So, cause we 7-0, we stay undefeated. You couldn't win if we never competed. That fat shit is cool, but if you don't say shit, it's like making some food but don't eat it. Man, let's just look at these hoes. I don't even think they know what the fuck they be doing. Even with us, it's like this fighting fire. You can try it, but you gonna look stupid. Fuck all you fair with the fans. We know who you are, and we got you locked in our memory. So whenever we blow up and get in the dough up, make sure that you keep the same energy. It's like, who's doing it like us? Doing it like us? I said, who's doing it like us? Doing it like us?
That has to be really good in this car.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You guys picked these really good beats.
Yeah, I mean, beat selection is key.
So yeah, how do you go about that?
Honestly, listen to like 3,000 until I find one I like. No joke, 100%. I'm fucking super picky when it comes to beats.
So how much time would you say you invest in picking a beat?
It varies. I mean, there's times where I'll spend 3 days looking for the right beat, and then there's times where I'll put the first one on and it's I'm like, damn, yeah, this is it.
And you mix and master yours as well, correct?
I mix and master all the vocals. I'm in the process of making my own beats now. I finally got the whole studio set up, so. But
That's awesome.
yeah.
Progress. You gotta start somewhere.
That song was old though. I mean, that song was like 2 years old probably.
It's still a good one.
The mix sucks. It does. But it's cool though. I mean,
you learn from it though, right?
Yeah, for sure. It shows the growth.
Yeah. So what irritates you about other people?
As far as
Other artists, other,
I don't know. I try not. I don't know. Something new I've been trying is I try not to let what other people are doing affect what I'm doing. And that's been going pretty good for me, to be honest with you. I mean, there's obviously things that irritate me about people, but I don't think speaking on it would make a difference. So.
Well, I mean, I think it would. But then again,
unless they're in my and they're my team, like it's
their opinion doesn't matter to you.
Right, exactly. But my team really, I mean, fuck, they all put out their own music. They're all mixing and mastering their own stuff right now, and sounding good. So I have no complaints. I think we have a rock solid team.
Yeah. Uh, what are the qualities of a good leader?
Not being afraid to take the first step in something you believe in. And I don't give a fuck how crazy it makes you look, because eventually it's that crazy where you're just going to start to see that first follower, that second follower. Once you start seeing that pattern, then it's all downhill from there.
I
But
get
I
it.
think a lot of people, are afraid to take risks, and in this industry, you can't be. I mean, if you're not taking risks, you're not going to outshine the next person.
That's true. I mean, I've put out just me singing to karaoke, you know what I mean? Like, I took that giant leap for myself.
Yeah.
So I get it. What was the most stressful situation that you have faced?
Mm. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty nervous in Indiana. Um, so me and KSM were both supposed to do that show, and last minute he had some stuff come up to where he couldn't make it. So I'm talking like within an hour of us going there, probably within a half an hour of us going there, I had to change my whole set. And I did some songs that I have never performed before, so I was pretty nervous about that. It ended up working though. I mean, people love the set, so and
Okay.
that really is all that matters to me. So, but yeah, that was definitely stressful.
I can only imagine, especially, when people are expecting two and not just one, and then you picking up both.
Yeah.
That's got to be a heavy. I mean, um, who would you say your audience is? Who are your audience? What would you describe of your audience?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's really a set standard, just because of the variety of music we put out.
I mean, I would say they're devoted to your audience. They're devoted.
Yeah. But again, we have such a variety of music. We have songs that appeal to 80-year-olds, and then we have songs that fucking teenagers like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to market a certain fan base.
I understand. How often should someone release a song or an album, in your opinion, or of your experience?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah. How often should someone release a song or an album?
I th- this is a good question, because I see a lot of people seem to think they have a science to this, and honestly, I'll tell you, there is no science to it. Just do what works for you. If you put out a single once a week and it works, do it. If you put out a single once a month and it works, do it.
Yeah. How often do you do it, would you say?
Um, right now I'm shooting for at least a song a month, but again, there's a lot that I haven't released. I could definitely be putting out more. So
Okay. And what tools do you use when you do recordings?
you just talking about like the gear?
Yeah.
I have a Lewitt 440 for my recording. I have a Tascam Model 12 mix board, and then I use Pro Tools as my DAW, and then I use pretty much all Waves plugins, and then the mix board to do the mixing. So
So you got the whole setup.
yeah, I mean, I'm a full studio ready. Got the vocal booth done, all that.
And did you build your own studio?
Yeah, 100%.
How long did it take you to do that?
It's not. I mean, not really that long. It was just a matter of getting all the right parts and pieces to get everything set up.
But in an estimate, how
And
much?
like, I'd say like 2 weeks.
That's not bad.
No,
That's not bad. But it's definitely, I mean, you're putting money in to make money, right?
I'm sorry. I didn't hear the question.
It's okay. I can hear Zeus.
Yeah,
It's distracting.
he's chewing
um,
on his bone. He's fucking throwing it all over the place.
I said you gotta invest money to make money, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, there was a quote I seen, and I probably won't get it correct, but it said something along the lines of, "If you're investing in your passion, then you something about you're not wasting money." And it's true. Like, you should really invest in what you love to do,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
even if it's something that doesn't make you money. even if it's just a hobby.
That's kind of how I started. Yeah. Just doing it for fun. Um, are you happy where you are today?
Oh yeah,
And why is that?
because I made it to today, and tomorrow I'll be happier than today because I made it to tomorrow.
I mean, in music.
uh, no, yeah, I mean, there's never a place in music where you're complacent. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes people make is they get complacent and they think, oh yeah, we're good. No, you always need to do better than you did before.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Um, what song of yours is the most memorable or meaningful to you?
100% permanent pain.
Okay, because that's what is next.
Now, mind you, the singing is not that great, uh, but this is one of those songs where you can't let anybody else touch this. Like this has to be you. You know what I mean?
Right. I completely understand, and I will pull it up so y'all can hear it. Yeah, if y'all have questions in the chat, like legit questions, let me know.
Well, I mean, I can answer Pudge's first question. Hanging with Triple T has absolutely helped my growth. I don't see why anyone would think otherwise. He's been super supportive, and he's always been there when I needed somebody. So I can't say it's hurt me in any way.
Now, now okay, I'll wait for that, but I will get back to that. Um, I was gonna go into somewhere real quick, but then I was like, no, I gotta wait for that one. Um, well, okay, real quick. I'll get to that in a minute, fireman. I will. All right, here we go.
All right.
Hey Frankie, it's Lathan. I miss you, buddy. Fly high, brother. Hey Frankie, it's Bam. I love you. I was just trying to say hi. Love you, brother.
When I see your face in pictures, yeah, I start to cry. I still conversate with God and I'm still asking why. Just a 6-year-old child, why did you have to die? I ain't gonna lie, when it happened, I thought of suicide. Just you and I, another memory is all I need. Throw our lines in the water and catch a summer breeze. But I still feel like I'm falling just like them autumn leaves. My chest is caving inside, feel like I can hardly breathe. It's been 2 years, but it still feels like it was yesterday. So much pain, but honestly feel like there's less to say. If I could get you back, I promise throw the rest away. September 17th, RIP, that's Frankie Lester's day. As I'm writing this, my tears are falling on this page. I wanna scream because inside I'm feeling all this rage. We let a dove fly the day we laid you down to rest. And in return, my heartbeat stopped inside my chest. Why do I feel like I'm dying? Why do I feel like I'm dying? Went to your grave and I wrote you a little note today. Inside I'm broken and hopeless and don't know what to say. This life is full of hate and people who have doubted me, but all I care about is to know that you were proud of me. I see your face when I close my eyes and it's late at night. I hope you know that I'm still here, I'm not afraid to fight. And you're with God up in heaven, taking an angel's flight. And I'm taking a drink stuck in this hell, trying to make it right. It makes it worse, but I still feel like it helps. Or maybe I'm just trying to punish myself. Maybe I'm just trying to feel the same pain that you did when you died. Or feel the same pain as my wife from the way that she cried. I know that I'll never be me, not the me I was before. And I'm missing your love like I've never needed it more. Got a group of good friends who I know they truly do love me, who I can be myself with, and I know that they won't judge me. Why do I feel like I'm dying? Why do I feel like I'm dying?
Hello.
Whoops. Okay. So I could hear the actual physical emotion in that.
Yeah,
I
that's
can understand why you say that you were singing like it wasn't good on singing, because it was really like those like that part you could tell like was the one that was gonna just rip your heart out. Like I felt that.
yeah.
That was
That was actually it was really therapeutic to write that song, to be honest with you.
oh 110%. I could imagine. I've done my own, so I totally get it. Whew, that was a good one. So do you want to give context to that song?
Yeah, I mean it's obviously it's about you see people putting Forever Six, that's for Frankie. Uh Passed away on September 17th, 2022.
And who was Frankie to you?
It's my wife's sister's son, so he's my nephew, but he was my adopted son at the time, pretty much. And we still have his brothers and sisters. So
Which is awesome.
yeah,
It's a
they're
sad
doing awesome.
situation, but I mean, I've seen them, and I don't think they could be in better hands.
No, absolutely not. They're doing awesome.
So
Good
shout out
kids.
to you and Lady M for real. Shout out to you guys. Um, okay. The ones that I have pinned, I'm like, I'll touch on that in just a little bit. Um, okay. Would you say that you live up to what you say in your music?
Oh, 100%.
So does it come from a personal experience or insight of others?
Uh, can you repeat that second part?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Does it come from personal experience or insight of others?
I mean, I think both.
What song do you think uh, you would say that you say what you live up to the most that you can recall?
I mean, I try. I really make it a point to not write about shit I don't live or haven't went through, or shit I personally won't do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's a really vague answer. I mean,
Well, what song do you think would be
Battle
best
Scars for sure. I think Battle
battle
Scars is
scars?
yeah that one or My Heart Is Cold. I mean that one that was back in the Menace days where I just didn't give a fuck. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, everything that I've heard has sounded like it's life experience or how others would probably view their life situation, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah,
Um, you can definitely tell that you come from your heart and you speak your mind for sure in every song that that we've all listened to as of now.
yeah.
Um, okay. What would you say people want from your music?
And that's an easy answer. Just something they can relate to. Well, I mean, most of the time, something that they can relate to. Sometimes they just want to put something on that has heavy bass and just fucking gets them pumped up. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was gonna say, like a hype song, you know? Uh, what would you say your hypest song would be?
Mm, Mike Smoke for sure,
Really? That's one you think?
dude. Mike Smoke's fire.
Okay, well, I'll give you what I think is, and that's fuck what they think about, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
That's
Yeah, that
that's probably my favorite hype
I
song.
hate, man. I wish honestly, like, I wish I could have not done that song then and done it now, like where I'm set up now and actually know how to mix and all that. Because dude, that song actually was really fire.
Maybe you should do a remix of it.
Yeah,
You
sometimes
could
I mean,
do a couple tweaks to it. I mean, I
they
think it's
never
more
they
fun.
never sound the same when you duplicate them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fireman said remaster it.
Yeah, I mean I could, but it's not going to change the mix. It's just going to yeah, mastering and mixing is completely two different things.
Okay. Let's talk about branding. How did you start branding when you first came in?
We really didn't, honestly. We just kind of ran with it and it stuck.
Like, what was your vision desire when you first started?
I don't know. Really, when I first started, I really didn't have a plan. Like, there was no.
This isn't, I mean, okay, like, let's reword that. What are your vision desires? So, like, speaking from past tense to now.
I mean, I just want to make good music, go kill some shows, and just have fun doing it. I think that's the main focus for all of us is just we just want to have fun doing this. Like we don't all the extra shit and the making the money because let's be honest, 1% of artists actually really make that kind of money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So as long as we're having fun and enjoying it, that's really it.
As an artist, do you know about the 360 deal?
I do not.
No? So it's basically like where you get a cut from investing in your music, whether it's putting it on Spotify. So you would be considered a 360 deal as an independent. Just for future interviews that
I
you may
do
have if that
know.
does happen.
Well, I do know they're trying to work out something now to where they change what you get paid per stream.
Mhm.
And I think if that goes through, that's going to be a fucking huge game changer for a lot of people.
Which in order to do that, would you do have to buy the beat in order to make profit, correct?
So you have to at least lease the beat, but you have to read the contract. So most of the beats that I lease, I'm good for up to 100,000 views. And realistically, right now, let's be honest, I'm probably not going to get 100,000 views. Maybe one day, hopefully one day. But so once I break that 100,000 views, then I have to release it for another 100,000. Or I could exclusively buy the beat, and then I don't have to worry about any of that. I own it 100%.
Okay. Would you go with leasing or buying?
I think it depends on where you're at as an artist. If you're an artist that's obviously going to make that 100,000, you'd be stupid to lease it, right? So you would obviously buy
Right.
it. But if you're a smaller artist like myself, I mean, there's really no reason to exclusively buy it because you're never going to break the threshold of that contract.
What do you think your views run like over on Spotify and Apple, and
Uh,
how do they run?
I
Do they
really don't.
run just as good as like YouTube
No, God,
or
no,
more,
God, they're
less?
no, they're less. They're 100% less. But I don't really push the Spotify. I don't really push the platforms like that. I mean, I
Well, you
should do a
should.
better job of it. Yeah, I really should. But
You could add your
again,
link tree to the bio of your YouTube.
yeah, it's in there.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
another way, but at least, I mean, you have Golden. He promotes a lot. You have a lot of people who promote you.
Yeah, they
Um,
do a good
but I
job.
would be
I
pushing that.
personally don't, I
I-
should. And
you
again,
should.
like that's that all boils down to like I drop a song on YouTube, right? And
Mhm.
I don't release it on the platforms. Like that's one of my things I should start doing instead of just putting it on YouTube first. It should go to the platforms first. So that would be where people first hear it.
Right. Well, in like, now that you're doing live shows, it'd be good to get merch of that, like with that information, your link tree information.
Yeah, we're gonna get some of them QR codes.
Yeah, it'd be good for that though.
You have the cards that you can just pass out with QR codes on them.
Yeah, but now that you're doing live, you'll get, spread more. You'll
Yeah,
be able to
yeah.
reach other people and
Yeah, and that's why I say, the biggest promotion there is just being out in the thick of it, like getting out to these shows. Again, even if you're not performing, just being there and talking to the artist.
oh yeah, I mean just meeting the crowd. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and touch on that for a minute. With you performing live, what would you say um how would you describe your experience of like performing and then after performing? Like
Dude, it's been awesome, honestly. Um, it, believe it or not, I got people asking me for my autograph, which is pretty fucking cool. Not that I'm anybody special, but and then it's nice to just see the love. Like when you walk the crowd, people are like, dude, you fucking killed it. That's a really good show. Like, and you don't see them doing that to everybody that performs. So
that is true.
you just gotta bring the energy, man. Like my biggest misconception of performances was like, oh, you got to remember all your words. You got to make sure you can't forget anything. But to be honest with you, you're not in a vocal booth. You're on a fucking stage, and you're there to entertain people that are watching you. You're the entertainer,
Right.
right? So even if you don't remember all those words, you can still entertain a crowd. You can still make a crowd love you and put on a good show.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. Now, like I've experienced the Redneck Raves, Mudstock, with Just in Time, Hosier, and all them. Their performances, they would have certain people come up, and then if they had extras that wanted to join, they would come up. They would do a meet and greet. Did you participate in any of those with your experience?
Not personally in the meet and greets. I mean, I was right there while they were doing them, but I wasn't
Right.
like physically part of it. No.
Did you participate like with the after crowd? Like, did you stick around and hang out, get to know people,
Oh
talk
yeah.
to
Oh yeah.
people?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your experience like with that, with people?
Really good, man. Honestly, it's really cool to see, like, especially the circle of people that I've been around. There's not a lot of envious people. There's not a lot of jealous people. It's like everybody shows love, everybody supports. Um, and even okay, and I don't mean to come off rude or as an ass when I say this, but let's be honest, some artists aren't really good performers. But even those guys, man, they get off stage and like, hey man, good job, you know. And it's just nice to see that, man. It's, you know, people aren't standing there like, oh, his shit's trash, and I'm about to go up and kill it. Like, no, it's completely opposite. People just show love.
When you got up on stage, who did you want to be?
I'm Menace on stage.
Well, okay,
It's
like
funny. It's funny
whose
you asked that.
energy? Whose
No,
energy?
it's
Like,
funny you asked that because Blue or Bree, um, she was up on stage with me and Lady Menace at the Indiana show, and right when we're on the steps about to go on, she's like, "You ready? You better get pumped up," because I'm just standing there. But I just looked at her. I'm like, "You have no idea who I'm about to turn into when I get on the stage." Like I'm just a completely different person.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, whose energy? Like, if you had to compare yourself to an artist, a mainstream artist who isn't live for like doing the live performances, who would you say that your energy was?
Mm, I really don't have an answer for that. I guess I'd have to say like I don't know, honestly. I really don't know. I guess I don't think of it like that, you know?
Really? When I
No,
watched
no.
it, anybody in the chat watched it? I mean, anybody want to give their take on what they seen? When I watched it, I felt like I was watching like a
If you say
football.
okay, I was about to say, if you say 8 Mile, I swear to God, I'm leaving this interview right now.
No. I was like watching like a football halftime show. You know what I mean? You had that energy of like, let's get these people going. Like,
Yeah,
let's,
well, yeah, especially like where you get it really depends where you get placed in the show. Sometimes it doesn't so much, but like fortunately for that show in Indianapolis, somehow we got put right in the middle of the set times, which I'm not complaining. I thought that was really dope, but it was exactly that. Like you could see people's energy was starting to like die down. I mean, they've been drinking all night, and you know, so yeah, you get up there, you got to repump them up.
I know this is an interview and all, but Shan said,
What's
yeah.
up, Shan? What's up?
Well, I had to interrupt for that. I'm sorry. Yeah. So who did you perform in between?
So in Indianapolis, we performed. God, there was probably like 6 or 7 groups that went up before us. Well, before I did, and then after me, we had Chad and O&E, and then there was I can't remember that some random dude. I don't know who. I can't remember his fucking name, but that dude was crazy. Uh, he put on a pretty good show. Definitely weird as fuck, but he did put on a good show. And then Little White actually closed that show.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it was O&E
It
and
was a
Chad, and
birthday
then
that weekend, right?
yeah, that was Larry Dale Reed's birthday bash.
Yeah. So Chad. Now who's Chad?
Chad Arms TV, man.
Okay. And
For those of you who don't know him, he's done some really really awesome interviews. Um, he's a fucking super talented fucking artist. I mean that dude's out there working, bro, like working.
yeah, let's get into that. You have a song with him. I'm
I
going to go ahead
do
and play it if that's okay.
absolutely.
I just dropped a link. Every song that I've played y'all so far, I've dropped a link to. Thank you, Golden.
Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles.
A million miles to go, yeah, I gotta keep it pushing. Keep my guard up for these snakes, they laying in these bushes. And look, I made it even when they said I couldn't. But it won't matter to a lot of them now, really would it? Y'all were not around when I was barely breaking even. Living in the bottom of a bottle, I was chasing demons. My entire life was used to people always leaving. Love will get you killed, it's like nowadays people don't need a reason. And loyalty nowadays, it's a dying trait. Our youth is in a dying state, uneducated, trying fate. A lot of lives in dire straits, that child got a crying face. And mama on the corner smoking crack like that's a finer place. Had to change my ways, I guess I started finding faith. My love for my God does not compare to a diamond's weight. I'm counting blessings now and looking at my son like, child, give it your best because you only get this one life. When it got you back against the ropes and hope is slowly fading out, dig deep within yourself cause it don't matter now what they about. My precious child, there is nothing I'd put above you. With a broken back, I'd walk a million miles because I love you. I love you.
Can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles.
I don't feel like I'ma ever see the finish line. Got off to a rocky start, I'm trying to finish mine. A business mind, but so many problems up in this mind. I just hope and pray the Lord keep on giving me time. Cause sometimes time is all I got left. I go and grab some liquor from the top shelf. Get the pouring and washing away the pain. Stop it, I need to change, but it's not gonna be today. Look. So I drift away into that sunken place. Walk through hell all because I wanna run away from my problems, but I promise I'ma face them all. I keep on reaching to the Lord, I hope he take my call. Either way, I'ma push until I can't no more. A lot of snakes were around me, but now they ain't no more. Take it from me, it's better to be out the way than in the way, and that's a lesson to teach. Jetty.
Can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles.
Wow. That's totally opposite of what normally you put out.
Yeah, it's
That was awesome.
that song was actually shout out to Chad, man, because that song was actually supposed to go to somebody else, and I never got a response back. So I had that, and I was thinking, man, who would sound good on this, bro? And I reached out to Chad, and he's like, yeah, bro, absolutely. And shout out to Miss Mel, she's in the chat as well. That's Chad's boot thing, as she said.
Yeah, I used to go in there all the time. It's been a while since I've been over there, but welcome, Mel. Welcome. Yeah, I didn't even know he really did music. I've only known him for his interviews, so that was kind of cool. How'd you guys link up?
I think it's a funny story actually. So Blue actually was like, sent me a link. So Bree is Blue. Blue is Bree, just so you guys know. She hit me up, was like, yo, we're come over here and hang out, whatever. And so I'm over there chilling, and I asked a question to Chad. So it's the question I always ask people when I interview them. You know, what's your biggest flaw in making music, and what are you actively doing to correct it? And dude, Mel just was not having it. She was ready to kick my ass, bro. And it was a huge misunderstanding. So, and we just been hanging out ever since.
That's awesome, though. I mean, he sounds amazing. You guys really collab. That's kind of why, like I asked earlier, would you be willing to open up your doors to other people? But I get why you stay where you're at.
Yeah.
You guys as a group are, one of a kind, which is nice to have. You guys can all relate on some things, being parents
Yeah.
and like you said, you have a brother who's doing it with you. KSN, you got Damir and Driz.
Yeah.
I'm
Driz.
space that one for a second.
I was getting ready to jump in and
It's
help you.
really
Don't worry.
kind of hard because there's two D's, Much shout out to Dominique and shout out to Drizzle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and KSN.
Yeah, Chad, he's been making music for a really long time. I think he's
Yeah,
got
that's what
a
she said.
pretty extensive catalog with some very, very well-known people in the game.
How was it like performing with them live, though?
With who?
With everybody that you've performed with. You started in North Carolina, right? Or
No, we didn't perform in North Carolina. We started our first show since we got the group back together and started making music was at the Redneck Rave
okay, all
in
right,
in Kentucky last year. Or was
okay.
that this year? Maybe it was this year. I don't know.
It was this year, I thought.
Yeah, it was this year. Yeah. So that was the first one. I was nervous as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. And then I hit the stage and it just like clicked. I was like, okay, cool. Then after that, we did the birthday bash. No, did we do one more after? I feel like we did. No, we didn't do one. No, we did the birthday bash, and then we did the Miamisburg show for Afro Man and Blind Fury. That was our most recent one. That I don't know. It's just been real cool being around these people and everyone showing love. And they did Taylorville. I was at the Taylorville show. That was a really good show. I think that was one of Chad's best performances I've ever seen personally.
When you perform, would you rather go in between first or last, or like now that you've experienced it, what would you recommend for your performances?
I personally I don't mind opening, like being like one of the first acts, but I don't know, like depending, again, it just depends on the night and the situation, but 9 times out of 10, if you're like an opener, like in the very beginning or the closer, like that's where you're going to get the most remembrance.
Okay.
But again, it just depends on the venue. It depends, it just really depends.
What song do you think did the best or was the most successful that you thought that you did?
Battle Scars, 100%. People absolutely. I didn't think people were gonna like that song, and
Really?
yeah, no, I performed it, and people just fucking gravitated towards it. So,
What else songs did you perform?
I did Battle Scars, Wings Won't Fly, and then I did, what was the other one? Never Quit.
Never Quit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the Redneck Rave, we did Mike Smoke, Traders, Then and Now, and If I Know Then. No. What was it? I don't remember the fourth one.
Okay. At an end of your song, in any song, okay, what would you say somebody would be feeling? Do you think they'd be inspired or?
Oh yeah, I mean, as an artist, I think most of them do. But again, it just depends on the song.
I say I've had all kinds of emotions already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it really just depends on the
I've
song.
been hyped. I've been sad. I've been inspired to keep going. Do you feel like your music benefits you?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, it does.
How would you say that it benefits you?
Because I get to get all my anger out on paper. It's honestly, it's really therapeutic just to write.
Is it okay? So is it anger or is it just emotion in general?
Emotion in general.
Because
sure.
not all of them are angry. I mean,
No,
Um,
and honestly, like even the ones that sound anger really aren't angry. It's just the aggression in the delivery.
what do you
Like,
think draws you most to do the anger? So, like, is it because you want people to hear how you're feeling, or is it because you just need to say it out loud so you know how you're feeling?
mm, honestly, neither. I just write it down, so I don't feel angry anymore. But I'm not really angry that much. So
Well, you've made a couple changes this year, correct?
yeah, oh yeah.
And how do you feel like you've changed from
Uh, I've
last year
definitely
to now?
I've definitely mentally matured. It's crazy to say that at 36 years old, but no, I've definitely mentally matured. There's always room for growth. Um, Quitting drinking liquor was a huge help. A
Uh,
huge help.
Do you feel like you write better now, or
Oh
do you
yeah.
feel like you wrote better
Oh yeah.
then?
No, I
Yeah.
write way better now. Not
I feel
I'm
like
not
you
so
probably hold your
foggy
emotions
minded.
better. Yeah, like you feel clearer to think and
It's easier to make a connection and create a vibe because you're more clear minded. I mean that's just common sense.
so when you write, where do you normally write at?
Right now in my garage.
You don't do it on work time anymore?
No, no, no.
There'd be times if y'all didn't know, he'd be in chat and be like, "Look, y'all, I'm writing to a song.
Oh,
Got the
dude,
pen
I've
to the paper." Like.
yeah, oh yeah.
How often do you write?
Um, I haven't been doing as much here lately. It's just because I'm more focused on getting to learn all this new gear and shit and trying to get everything zeroed in. But uh, I got like I think 6 full songs wrote that I haven't even recorded yet. So
Golden would like to know what happened to Life Like This music video.
it should be up.
I didn't see it either. Um, is that the video that you guys did at the rave?
Yeah, that's the one Triple T did for us.
Yeah. So you guys kind of just started going and doing that. Is there going to be more to come of that?
As far as videos,
Yes.
oh yeah, we're actively right now shooting for a couple videos. To be honest with you,
What kind of equipment are you guys using?
right now just an iPhone 13 and a little hold me stick.
A little selfie stick.
Yeah, it's got a tripod on it too. So,
Right.
but Dragon is very eager to get a hold of some footage and edit it up for us. So
He does really well.
he does.
Um,
His videos are really really nice.
I give him that. Yes, they are. They are very nice. Let's see. I know that I starred one.
I will have to wrap it up here soon because I do got to get the shitheads
You're
here.
fine. You are fine. I got like 3 more, and then, or well, here I'll play a quick song real quick, and then I got a couple more questions, and then I'll play the out song.
Okay,
And then I got one more question from Fireman that we'll get to because that's kind of basically at the end of what I have. So,
gotcha.
next one is this song is called "Not Made to Fly."
Big dog status, now I'm working like no other man. Hold this apparatus and I shoot it like no other can. They've been doubting me, I laugh it off, but ain't gon' let it slide. I'm slipping off their wings, these motherfuckers were not made to fly. Big dog status, now I'm working like no other man. Hold this apparatus and I shoot it like no other can. They've been doubting me, I laugh it off, but ain't gon' let it slide. I'm slipping off their wings, these motherfuckers were not made to fly. Look me in my eyes and tell me to my face you hate me. I hate to break the news, but you are not the one who made me. I did it on my own and all alone, there ain't no doubting that. Hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s, and 5s, there ain't no counting back. Nose to the grindstone, my feet are staying planted now. Only thing that's free in life is knowledge, so I hand it down. Youngins coming up, but some of them, they don't respect the craft. Pride to kill a foolish man, these killers, they'll check your ass. This game is full of snakes, but on their faces, they'll claim it's love. But I can read the room and just assume that that ain't what it was. Reaching for a knife, they'll be the first to stick you in the back. But I can play the game like y'all, so fuck it, we'll go tit for tat. Big Big dog status, now I'm working like no other man. Hold this apparatus and I shoot it like no other can. They've been doubting me, I laugh it off, but ain't gon' let it slide. Slipping off their wings, these motherfuckers were not made to fly. Big dog status, now I'm working like no other man. Hold this apparatus and I shoot it like no other can. They've been doubting me, I laugh it off, but ain't gon' let it slide. Slipping off their wings, these motherfuckers were not made to fly. When it's not an option, not for me, that shit's a fucking must. Careful of the company, I keep it people that I trust. Your own fucking people gon' trip you before that finish line. So I stay at the ready to throw shots at any given time. Fuck you, you can bite me, bitch. You know what the fuck I'm capable of. Laying in your coffin, in that dirt inside that grave you dug. You sit and claim it's love, that hurt me, dog, that pain is stuff. And now there ain't a motherfucking chance of y'all betraying us. But that's okay, cause I move mountains by myself. And I don't need no fucking help now when I'm counting up my wealth. Let's go. Nothing but smoke and mirrors, now I'm seeing broken glass. Now I say a prayer for all my ops before I smoke their ass. Big dog status, now I'm working like no other man. Hold this apparatus and I shoot it like no other can. They've been doubting me, I laugh it off, but ain't gon' let it slide. Slipping off their wings, these motherfuckers were not made to fly. Big dog status, now I'm working like no other man. Hold this apparatus and I shoot it like no other can. They've been doubting me, I laugh it off, but ain't gon' let it slide. Slipping off their wings, these motherfuckers were not made to fly.
That's such a good beat. That was nice. I need to know the story of that though.
Oh no, there honestly, like that was one of those songs where there really wasn't. What do they call it? It's like a freestyle, like a written freestyle, pretty much. Like where
Okay.
you just write what comes to your head, pretty much, and yeah, I mean,
It's definitely good to have a beat before you write, for
oh yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
learned that like when I've done features with people, it's easier for me to write to than doing it myself. I've learned like it's so much easier.
yeah.
Um,
And unless like you can, so there is a way you can do it, but it's more like for the professional side, right? It's if you have a producer, um, they can build a beat around what you write sometimes. So I actually was watching an interview with Yellow Wolf and Squints on the I Got Some Shit to Say podcast, and Yellow Wolf was talking about how he basically wrote an entire album without any beats, and like the producer just built all the beats around what he had wrote, which I thought was fucking crazy as fuck.
yeah. Uh, I've done it. I mean, I've done it, but I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish I would have done it differently. But you know, we got to learn somehow. Are you acceptable like to criticism? Like when you hear criticism, what do you do about it? Do you like
It depends. I mean, there's been a lot of constructive criticism, right? That
Mhm.
I'll take and apply it, but you got people also got to remember, right? Just because someone doesn't like a certain thing about your song doesn't mean that somebody else won't, you know. So sometimes you gotta just like take it with a grain of salt and be like, you know, all right, cool, yeah, I appreciate it, but just leave it as is and don't make it anything that it isn't. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
sometimes they're right. Sometimes, hey, look, this, that, and the third. I think Eddie Robinson was one of the main people on the season of the rundown that I was part of that gave some really, really, really good feedback. Um, and I every time he gave me criticism, I would apply it because God knows what he's talking about.
Oh, for sure. I always take it as in like, what I can do better. Um and yeah, with that being said, um you do reactions on your own channel
Yeah.
of other people's music. How often would you say you criticize like songs that you get in and not like ones that are like just sent to you like actual artists that sent them in?
Um, I try to give a good feedback. There's a very rare chance that somebody sends something that is like flawless, and so I'm like, dude, this is fire. You know, there's nothing I can say
Mhm.
that's gonna make it any better. But 9 times out of 10, there's something I can pick up on and be like, hey, you know, do this, do that. I mean, Trell was a perfect example, dude. Trell's music when he started coming around it was bad. Like, I mean, bad. And now 2.5 years later, he's making professional studio sounding music.
which is awesome. I mean, but in order to like have done that, he needed the criticism. He needed the critiques of other people.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't ever hesitate to ask you guys. Um, what advice would you give to someone interested in being an independent artist?
Follow your heart, dude. I know it's the most cliche shit ever, but follow your heart. If you have a passion for it or if you have a dream for it, stay driven, stay motivated, and do not let the dumb shit steer you off what you are trying to achieve. 100%, because it's so easy to get consumed in the circle of what if I did this, what if I did that, what if I'd have worked with this or this artist or that artist, or if I didn't work with this artist or that. Fuck all that. Just do what you like to do and let the cards fall where they may.
Now, with that being said, are you willing to help others out? Like if they reached out?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know you will help people mix their music and do other,
Yeah,
other
so
top of yours.
my new rule is I'll mix one free for any new artist, and then after that, it's starting price is at least $30, depending on the need. I mean, it'll be between 30 and 100. It won't be over 100. It won't be less than 30. But it's like on a need basis. I mean, sometimes you get the track out stems, and you got to mix the beat, you got to mix the vocals. Sometimes you only get the vocals. So, but yeah, I definitely don't mind helping people.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for that though. I've used him, y'all, and he's never let me down on my end. If anything, you made me sound better. So, I mean, and I was open to it.
Yeah.
What's up next? What are you looking to do next?
Well, we got Redneck Rave in Hemlock, Ohio on October 24th through the 26th. We're going to be opening for Jesse Howard on Friday night. They were trying to get Adam there, but I don't know if Adam's going to be there or not. I know Anthony Beast Mode is going to be Saturday. He's going to be closing the show Saturday. Chad Arms will be there. Trying to think of some other artists that's going to be at that one.
That's funny you say Anthony. I used to play his music a lot.
I've never even heard of the guy.
Yes,
So
you have. Yes, you have.
have I?
I've sent you the music to react to.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I
you
was gonna
weren't
say
fond
I'm
of
gonna
it.
go. I'm gonna go through his catalog to see, what he's.
He's more of, and I don't mean to like derail this, but he's more of a pickup truck in your guys' way of music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll
He's
send
one
you
of.
one. I'll send you one so you
Yeah, all
can.
right.
Yeah, I got
But
you.
yeah, no. After that following weekend, we got to go to Grayson, Kentucky. That's gonna be the show that Trainwreck Kenny is putting on with City Chief. We're gonna be on Saturday night. Athena and Layman will be Friday night with Trainwreck Kenny. Uh, I know Adrian Raps is going to be there. Chop Easy's going to be there. And I believe, I haven't seen it posted on a flyer anywhere, but I was on a live where Mises locked in to be there as well. So I don't know if he's going to be there, but that'd be really cool if he is.
So you will be performing at these, correct?
Yeah. These are our next two
You
shows.
and who else?
KSN should be at the rave. We're not 100% sure yet, but and then I'll be doing the Grayson one by myself because that's the Ohio State Penn State game, and I know for a fact he's not going to miss that.
I get it. I get it. Are you working on any new music?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, we got a bunch of stuff that's in the works right now. Again, I do a lot of stuff that I don't release, but when the time's right, I'll release some new stuff.
You just released one not too long ago,
Yeah.
like a day
This
ago.
was just like this was like that the last one you played. It was just like a freestyle. Because again, I'm trying to work on zeroing my equipment, so I'm just kind of like recording stuff and trying different things. So
I mean, at least you're putting them out, like you said earlier. The biggest thing was fear, and now you're just letting it go.
yeah.
Which is good. Continue doing that because that might be what draws people to you. What was Fireman's? Okay, what is your goal for the next year in music?
My goal for next year is I want to have at least one music video a month. Obviously, I want to continue doing shows, but I don't want to make that a priority. I want to focus more on music videos and getting our brand out there to the people visually instead of just, sonically.
I look forward to that. I do like the ones that where you can read what you're listening to, because some, people have pointed out, like, sometimes you just can't hear what they're
Yeah,
saying, so you
yeah.
want to visually see what they're saying. And you guys do that with pretty much what? How much would you say you
I
guys
know
do that
I
with your
know
music?
KSN usually almost always posts his lyrics in the description. Um, I started doing that too. I didn't on this last one, but excuse me. I know Dragon does a lot of lyric videos. I think we've had a few lyric videos. I know KSN has a couple for sure, but I don't like, again, the editing stuff. That's not, when it comes to like that kind of stuff. I'm not that guy. I can do the music stuff and stuff like that, but not the visuals.
Yeah, it is a good goal for you guys to do actual music videos. It brings a lot more attention with visually. But
Yeah.
again, some people do like to read what they're seeing, and you can still do that with the, visual,
Oh yeah, for sure.
um, with video. So, are you excited?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I have seen you guys go from doing just, reviews to performing to group performances and spreading your guys' name out. And I think that is awesome, and it's good to see, and it's good to be a part of that journey.
Well, I greatly appreciate that and greatly appreciate the support.
I mean, again, y'all, his link is pinned at the top. He's got to go get his chitlins.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before I play the last one to lead us out?
No, hey, look, I really, really appreciate your time for having me up here. I thought it was a fantastic interview. You asked some really, really tough questions, but they were all highly respectable questions. So I thank you for that.
Most
I,
welcome.
I want to thank everybody that came, to watch it and that support what we do over here. And hopefully you guys continue to support what we do over here because it's only up, man.
It is, and 2025 is going to be y'all's year.
Yeah.
That's what all I got to say. Hey, I had to ask some hard ones, y'all. Okay,
No,
all
that's
the other ones were like they
I
weren't
like they
so
were different.
serious.
Yeah, I like that they were different. They weren't the same typical questions that most people ask. So
Man, and like I said, it was 3 pages worth, y'all, and I had to put music in between, like, sections, and
yeah, and
it
I'll get
it was
putting
quick too, it was last minute. We've been talking about it, but at the same time, like, we took a break from, like, it, and then I was like, "Alright, let's get it done."
and look, guys, I will get put in a doghouse with my pet cat if I don't say go find us on Facebook. Lady Menace is really trying to push that. So
Yeah, because it's like she said earlier, there's free merch all the time given out over there, and y'all want that, you know what I mean? Y'all want that. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you and your time as well, and what you guys keep doing. Keep putting out the music, because you already know that half my playlist is y'all, so
I really appreciate it.
and
Also, Gray
some.
Headed Goat Volume 3 drops November 15th. Go cop it. I'm telling you, it will
What
not
is it?
disappoint. Gray Headed Goat, Chad Arms, November 15th,
Oh, okay.
all platforms.
Yeah, make sure you guys drop that. Golden's been on top of it with all the links, so y'all go and get it there. We got to get him known, get him spread out. He's on all platforms. I appreciate you and your time, and everybody have a great day.
All right, Brittany,
Let's
see you.
wrap it up with this one. See ya.
We bout to ride in this bitch, and we don't give a fuck. We bout to slide in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch. You better get a grip or won't survive in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch, and we don't give a fuck. We bout to slide in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch. You better get a grip or won't survive in this bitch. Watch me as I pull up and hop out like, yo, what up? You can miss me with that petty shit, cause I don't give a fuck. I'm an animal, a beast, something that you cannot tame. So no need to sit and wonder, I ain't dealing with you lames. I've been walking through the flames, but I don't see you stepping with me. So if you got a problem, motherfucker, come and get me. Seeing all your envy got you pussies in a frenzy. Okay, maybe I'll give it to you, Menace ain't too friendly. But I've dealt with betrayal and people be on some fake shit. That circle that you keep, they ain't your friends, that's a snake fish. Smiling in your face, but holding a knife behind your back. They don't wanna see you win, they wanna see you fall flat. And if and when you do, they'll be standing over you laughing. So then you call them out and they mad, you have a reaction. That's the shit that pisses me off, don't even try it. Cause it's happened all my life and I promise you won't survive it. We bout to ride in this bitch, and we don't give a fuck, we bout to slide in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch, you better get a grip or won't survive in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch, and we don't give a fuck, we bout to slide in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch, you better get a grip or won't survive in this bitch. Now I ain't never been the type to give a shit or call it quits, but it's getting on my nerves dealing with all these politics. Ooh, you got a plaque but you can't rap, so what the fuck is that? You ain't got no talent, so in fact, boy, you ain't coming back. When I get on the mic, it's like the clouds forming storms. You upset the gods above you, so don't say you ain't been warned. I'll start to kick a bitch in the face, so come correctly. And that's just the beginning, so I hope you don't upset me. I'm wrong with this shit, I keep it real, there ain't no change up. And saying what these rappers doing nowadays, lame fucks. Wait, what? Is that the best you got? You got me laughing. I hear a lot of talking, but don't ever see no action. I'm stomping on this beat, I mean I'm trampling this bitch. You motherfuckers must be high to think that I ain't with the shit. I'm talking full steam ahead, there ain't no brake pedal to press. If you got something to say, fuck it, then say it with your chest. We bout to ride in this bitch, and we don't give a fuck, we bout to slide in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch, you better get a grip or won't survive in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch, and we don't give a fuck, we bout to slide in this bitch. We bout to ride in this bitch, you better get a grip or won't survive in this bitch.